title of Blancpain GT3 winner, whatever you would like. So it's not a very long run down to turn 1. So maybe we'll see some late braking. We always see that, especially at Monza. Sometimes it's a bit too late, but you know, what can you do? It creates good action. For now, I shall mute myself while I relax and wait for the race to go. You may enjoy the safety car beauty. Here we go. Should have actually switched to Kaz. Wasn't really paying attention. But they are off. It's a nice long line into the first turn, so it doesn't appear as if any overtaking was done. Valve going a little wide on the exit, and I'm sure Heuvel is going to run away. That would be his goal right now, because if Kaz finishes ahead of Heuvel, the championship is his, but if Heuvel finishes ahead of Kaz, it's his. So for now, nothing heating up over there, but our midfield looks looks pretty good. Oh, and Jay actually has a bit of front damage, and Valve goes very wide, takes to the grass and loses tons of positions. I've seen that before. At Monza. I think that was either GT... Yeah, no, that was GT3. He was on for a podium and then he went wide into the grass. I just lost him a lot of time. He's going to have to claw his way back up. These cars are speeding through. Let's actually head to Flamingo Stu, who I don't think has ever really raced in this league before, but he's doing very well. It appears as though Groeval is making a lead, and Jay has actually overtaken Kaz. So what has happened there? Kaz has actually gone. Kaz has fallen all the way to 6th. He must have made a big mistake, or was hit. But he's right on Valve. This could make for an interesting battle, but that means Jay is up into 2nd. It's either a big mistake or a tap from behind. I don't know. Valve just trying to get Kaz out of his slipstream very aggressively. Groeval, as usual, taking quite a lead at the beginning of the race. But Kaz actually gets a move down the inside that now becomes the outside. So Valve will have the inside. Now Kaz will have the inside. There's a little bit of rubbing. Kaz takes to the grass. They have another little tap, but Valve gets back ahead. Really actually see the speed of these cars on Bathurst. Lightning fast. Ooh, good defensive moves. Okay, I like it. I like it, Valve. Keep doing it some more, but now Kaz is going to have the slipstream. It appears as though he got a better exit. Oh, I thought he was going for a move. He didn't, but he will have a bit of a slipstream coming down this back straight. He does appear to be catching up. Jay is just up ahead, and I think he's in 4th. So Jay has also made a mistake, and he's now in 4th. Somebody has the little luck up, and Jay and Valve are fighting. And Jay just gives the 2 positions up, so I don't know what's going on there. But that means they have both moved up a position. Jay does go into the pit, so yes, he had damage. So he must have had quite a big hit with the wall. Very unfortunate. He was running in 2nd. It's quite a difficult track after all, especially if you concentrate for 19 laps. So pitting isn't mandatory, by the way. I'd like to mention that. So you can let your tires die as much as you want. But right now, it is still Valve versus Kaz. Kaz unable to get past Valve for about a lap and a half. 2 laps, I'll say. But he always seems to go for that inside move there, and he does it again. It doesn't work though. He backs out at the last moment. Valve cutting across to, you know, keep track position. So he has lost a bit of time. Sorry, I'm being a bit quiet right now. Just waiting for something to happen. They are getting a little closer now, so I can continue. Ooh, Valve taking a bit of grass and going almost sideways. Kaz hits the wall. He's still right behind him. I think he's going to try and pressure Valve into a mistake. And let's see what happens down the back straight. Kaz can potentially go for a move here. Valve may protect the inside. He is not. Kaz is going to go for it down the inside. It's going to become the outside, and Valve keeps the position. So not quite yet for Kaz. He's going to maybe try and get the slipstream advantage down the first straight. Yeah, the first straight. I guess it would be the second straight. But he is right on him, so that slipstream advantage will work quite well. He takes a bit of grass. Valve goes a little wide. And it looks like he can slingshot past him. Yes, he can. He is on the outside. Oh, he's going for it on the outside. So he has successfully gotten past Valve. I think Valve's definitely going to want that position back. And yeah, Kaz is escaping Valve a bit. So that looks like the end of that little battle for now, but he is going to be onto Law. Let's see. He doesn't even have a rear wing anymore. I don't know what happened to him. Anyway, so he's racing without a rear wing. Doesn't appear to affect his performance. So that's good. Looks like Kaz is slowly catching Law, or fast, don't really know. Just hear Kaz's nice Aston in the background. There it is. Let's hop on with Kaz. We're going to hop on board for a bit. Just to see how much closer he can get to Law before another fight starts. Law actually lighting up the rears at the exit of that corner. I don't think he's using traction control. Most of the guys actually use traction control because GT3 cars are made for. Yeah, pretty sure you're supposed to use traction control when using GT3 cars. But he is not. He lights up the rears, and Kaz is right on him now. Kaz could go for a move, but would just be taking Law out of the race. So Should make sense. Ooh. Looks like some nice late braking. But he loses a lot of time on the exit of that corner. All going a little wide, taking a bit of grass, but it looks like both of them are making mistakes at the moment. Cruvel has the fast lap of 2:05.510. Good stuff from him. Lord lighting up the rears again on that corner exit, so he's lost a lot of time to Kaz, and Kaz is right on him again, but he's escaping Kaz in the straight line. What a Jaguar thing to do. Kaz is catching him in the corners. Could he potentially do something here? That wouldn't make sense, but Law is defending on the inside, it looks like. I don't know, really know if that's racing. I've never raced with the GT3 car, so I don't know if the racing that is. And Kaz hits the wall quite hard. Law has a tap with the wall. Lots of wall taps. These are our two closest guys on the track. There's, I think that's Valve behind in 5th. And Cruvel, as you can see, the number 1 on the bottom left of the map is very, very far away. The most of this race so far. Obviously, Kaz getting unlucky, making big mistakes on it. Literally missed. I am messing. Okay, so Kaz just hits the wall. Law again lights up the rears out of that corner exit, so having some troubles with traction out of that very tight corner. It's quite a slow corner. Kaz is making mistakes, like hitting the wall like he just did there again. I'm imagining that he's caught damage. He's catching up quite a bit. Or is not taking very good lines, but they are both making mistakes, slowing down. Which is slowing themselves down. Law makes a very big mistake, gliding on the wall. Does not make the most out of that exit. He's going to lose some more time to Law. So I don't really know what the hell is going on. As doesn't usually make these mistakes. Sure, he would have gotten past Law and would be in 2nd, but it is Bathurst, and Bathurst is easy to mistake. He can make mistakes on that track. But he just slides through. Now that is Kaz. That's the Kaz we're looking for. just absolutely slides through Law, leaving the door wide open for him. That's what I want to see. Very, very good overtakes. Law's gonna want that position back, I'm sure. Alva's kind of chilling with his own race. Jay has made it up into 6th. I just noticed that he has a Springbok on his hood. He's putting the Springboks rugby team. Understandable. That's a South African would. Well, I'm sure there's some South Africans who don't. Very few, very small few. Let's call them very evil. But what I do want to do is I want to have a nice look at his delivery. I can really get a good look at it. He does have the Springbok sort of delivery. So yeah, he always makes very nice deliveries. I think if there was a race based on who could make the best deliveries, Jay would have already won the championship long ago. But unfortunately, this is a championship based on who does the best during the race. So, you know. Not going to happen today. Every championship in the future. Should do that. The prize is nothing to give for the prize of the championship. I know Jay would instantly win. Because he just makes the best deliveries ever. Just take a moment to appreciate the delivery. Alright, I need to look the map back up. Right here. Let us head to Kaz, who is now chasing Flamingo to get back up to 2nd. I don't think he'll really have the pace to catch up to 1st unless Uval makes a very big mistake that causes him a lot of damage. But he doesn't do that. He's been having a nice chill race. Valve has now started to have a nice chill race. Jay is going to have a chill race. Yeah, I don't know. Valve looks a little bit close to a Law, but seem pretty equal on pace so far. Kaz just has a little capture in the wall. Very nice Aston Martin. Always got to take a moment to really appreciate this. Alright. He is arriving. Slowly arriving. Slowly arriving. He's gonna try and get past Flamingo. Just to at least maximize points, I guess. If he stays in the position, he will not win the championship. He will stays in 1st, but I think just getting 2nd the best option. Also, it's good for the stream if they're fine, you feel me? It's never not good for the stream. Hello, DJ. I didn't even see your messages. I think you may be gone by now. I was on a different tab. You see your messages. Oopsies. You might watch the rest of it. Sorry. So I look back to the TV and I see a bit of dirt being kicked up by Flaming going wide. Also, the most fortunate thing. The poor grass is being absolutely destroyed by these guys. That happens. Catching up to Flamingo quite fast now. I think this is pretty confident this is Flamingo's first race. I really don't know. I'm pretty confident this is his first race. he has been doing very well if it is his first race, because he's a speedy boy. I don't think he's gotten any practice on this track. So he's definitely a speedster. And he may have the speed to match Kaz one day. Kaz and Hoover. And he just cuts the corner. So he's probably going to get a penalty for that. He's not giving him a penalty, so I guess that's good for him. See a fight for track position, but in the end for penalty. Seems to have pretty good straight line speed. He's touching Flamingo on the straight a bit. Or up to him, Flamingo having a little lock up. He leaves the door open. Kaz almost goes for it, but he was too far back. Kaz almost got a move done on Flamingo. What he did on Law earlier in almost the same corner. Just the corner before that. He has the chance now if he really sends it. Flamingo actually goes defensive. There was no need for that. He's going to lose him some time. He's going to go for the switchback. And he's going to go around the outside. He's going to do what he did to Valve. Flamingo giving him no space at all. Pushing him onto the grass. Nothing. Flamingo pushes his way past. They are rubbing. Let's head to the replay cameras. They're side by side. And obviously Flamingo has the inside line, so he will have the advantage. I don't think Kaz is going to enjoy that too much, because he did kind of barge his way past and did push him off the track a bit onto the grass. So this incident will be reviewed after the race. Kaz is hunting down Flamingo. I'm sure he's feeling the pressure. And he goes defensive for no reason, because I'm sure Kaz wouldn't have made a move anyway, but he does lose his mirror. Kaz. And Kaz rear ends Flamingo. I'm guessing he didn't expect him to break as early as he thought. I'm guessing Kaz tried to break late. So yeah. The racing is getting a little heated, I will say that. But Kaz had second for a second. Pretty good. But then lost it. Flamingo's epic heroics up the inside. So I don't know how he turned that inside to another inside to the left hand, because he was inside on the right. He would have been outside. But as I'm talking about this, Kaz is trying to go and move around the outside. He's going to try the switchback. It's going to work. He is almost ahead of Flamingo. So whoever can break later. Kaz has the inside line, so he has the advantage. Flamingo goes a little wide, and Kaz gets a position. So Kaz is back up into second after a long fight with many drivers, so very good job to him. He fought valiantly, I guess. And if Kaz can just extend that lead, Flamingo will have no chance to catch up. Now, we have another fight brewing in the distance between Law and Valve. I did mention that they were a little close earlier, so it looks like Valve has picked up the pace and has gotten really close to him now. The more fights, the better. Although Valve is a little further away from Law than Kaz is from the other man. It was Flamingo. Actually, Flamingo caught up to Kaz a bit, I think. It looks like they got closer. Yes, they did. So Flaming is right up there with Kaz. He's gonna get that second place back. It's the last thing he'll do. So I actually want to see what happens between Law and Valve, because I haven't seen too much from Valve yet. A fight between these two will be good, because they seem quite similar on pace. Although Valve did close a gap, so it was going pretty damn fast. I've got to focus on both fights because I want to see what happens. There's Kaz versus Flamingo. Flamingo's right on Kaz. He's going to have the slipstream. I wonder if he's going to go for a move. He could just send it. He is not going to send it, thankfully. No. But he's going to have Kaz's slipstream all the way down this semi. But he's gonna have it, and it didn't help him very much, as usual. Slipstream is quite useless. But, for now, it appears as if these two are the closest on the track. Valve chasing Law. I don't know how long this has been going on for. Law makes a mistake, touches the wall. Valve is going to try and capitalize on that mistake and try and go around the outside. Valve may or may not have been pushed into the wall there. I don't know who that was. I was on with Law, so Law may have been pushed into the wall by Valve. I couldn't see because of the stupid camera angle. Valve is still behind. There's a bit of contact. Rubs, noise. Still getting very close, and this battle is getting very heated. So it's like Law making a very, very big mistake, losing control and hitting the wall hard. It doesn't appear as if he's lost that much time to Valve though. So Valve might have slowed down to avoid a collision. Whereas he could have, I think, capitalized on that mistake he almost did earlier. Alright, so Flamingo Stu probably made a big mistake because he is quite far behind Kaz now, so I'll never know what that happened there. I'll have to check the replay. Skip through all that replay. Just see the little incident that happens more, and Valve to Flamingo. Now what would be pretty cool is if Flamingo slowed down and they made it into a three-way fight. Stream. Law once again tapping the wall. Ooh, Valve breaking very late. And taps the rear end of Law again. Loses a bit of time, I'm guessing. Braking, trying not to hit the rear, might have caught him out, so he did take quite a slow inside line through that corner, and hits the wall quite hard. Not going to lose him even more time to look. So everybody is making mistakes. I don't know about Ruval, I haven't been focusing on Ruval, and I feel kind of bad, but he's kind of just been having his own chill race. He actually manages to come up on the back marker. I'll have to hope that that back marker is a good Susan, I guess. But actually, he has gone past the back marker. I'm guessing without issues. That is a win. And, I'm not sure he can really catch up to that back marker nods. The race finish. Anyway, the battle still rages on for fourth. Although Valve has made some mistakes and or has gained some time, the battle still lives. These two are closest on track, and Flamingo Stew just making a very big mistake, locking up. I don't know if he might be quitting the race, but that means it's a battle for third, making it even more important. He might be either quitting the race or he disconnected, so he was in a podium position. So either he's quitting or he got disconnected. So I don't think quitting would be the right option. It is a podium position. So, very unfortunate for him if there is a disconnect. He hasn't disappeared from the game yet, so I don't know. It may take a little while to kick in. But for now, and it's another rear end. While rear ends low again into that braking zone, it's going to clearly become a recurring. Sorry, my English. A recurring theme every lap, I'm sure. But Valve seems to make up quite a lot of time in the first sector. But there is much to work with in the first sector in terms of corners, it's just straights. I don't know if the straight line speed of that Bentley is amazing. Straight line speed of the Jag is not so good. I have to find out, but Valve is further away from Law than he was before, so this battle looks like it is over for now. Which, that's kind of unfair. I want them to battle more. Never. Anyway, what I didn't expect is Ruval to be even closer to Nods than previously. I didn't think he would actually manage to catch up to Nods at that distance, but he is Ruval, so. Mango's still sitting on the side of the road, so I think he kind of just gave up and went to watch the race from the sidelines. Respectable, I guess. I'd do so as well if I was really sick of the race. I just didn't want to do it anymore. But I think it might have been his first race. I think the podium in his first race would have been nice if he continued, but can't change the result now. What I do want to see is how Ruval gets past this lapped car so we can actually focus on him for a bit. Why does Kaz look like he's fighting something? Oh, okay, he's behind UNTZ, and let's see how this goes. UNTZ hitting the wall. It is a battle between 7th and 2nd. He is not giving away to Kaz. So I guess is a blue flag situation. Kaz is trying to overlap Ewan, but this is quite a tight track, so this is losing him lots of time. And he's gonna go around the outside, and he's just gonna snatch it. And Ruval Nods just lets him through, and Ruval pits. That was very unexpected. So Ruval pitting maybe because his tires are really dead, but I don't really know if that is the best. I mean, you know, I'm sure he's sure. I'm sure he's sure about his pitting procedure. UNTZ trying to catch up with Kaz a bit. Goes quite deep into the corner. I think Kaz realizes that Ruval has pitted. He would have gotten the notification, but Ruval is actually still too far up ahead. He's coming out of the pit lane now, and he stays ahead on fresh tires. So, don't really know why the pit stop, but doesn't matter because he didn't lose much time. This has been a longer race than usual for GT3. It's quite good to see. Just unfortunate that we didn't have as many people as I would have wanted for the stream, and obviously for the race in general, but things happen. And speaking of action, Valve and Law. Valve still hasn't caught up to Law after the previous mistakes earlier, but he has a chance at a podium. There is only 1.5 laps to go, and I'm going to have to focus on Ruval just to watch across the line. Because, but Valve is actually right on Law. You can go for a move here. So he's pushing it now. He has to try not to make a mistake. He hits the wall and loses some time. want to see Valve get a podium. I don't know if he's actually gotten a podium in GT3. I just want to see him get a podium. Alright. This should be a goal of mine. See Valve get a podium. Come on, Valve, just do it. This is bad. I'm rooting for a driver while commentating. TZ could actually change this. He's a backmarker, but he hasn't gotten out of the way of any fights. He's getting a... Ewan is actually getting out of the way, so... thank goodness. He could have really... Whoa! You were not concentrating, he just smashes into the wall. Valve looking for a move. It's not gonna work. It's now the last lap. Ruval leads. Kaz in second. Law in third. Valve in fourth. I don't know where Jay is. Jay is in fifth. Alright, so I guess nice recovery for him, considering he did get damaged or something like that. Or maybe he just put it for the funnies. But I don't believe that. He was in second. But as I said before, the battle rages on. This is Valve's last chance to get a podium in Blancpain GT3. I don't know if he's gotten a podium before, I'll just assume he hasn't. So this will be his last chance. Last lap of the entire series. The series has been great. I would say pretty great. The action was great, although I think only GT3 races were on Sunday. I could have recorded or streamed all of those because those GT3 races never ever displayed. I mean, same for the GT3 races, but you know, the GT races are usually packed with drivers. But it does not look like Valve is close enough. Valve makes a little mistake. He's pushing it as much as he can. Law making a very big mistake. Law cuts across him, he doesn't see him. But he's now right on Law, he's going to have the slipstream, he needs to maximize his corner exit speed. He gets it very right. He was on the wall, but it wasn't that bad. If he gained time, Law making a big mistake and cutting across Valve. Probably didn't see him, so no fault of his own. But as this is happening, Ruval has won overall in Blancpain GT3 after I'm sure a boring race for him. Valve almost going for it. This is his last chance. He has to do something. Oh, and he breaks very late. Rear ends Law, and he is not going to get that podium position unless has less penalty seconds, and that is something I cannot confirm, so let's actually check on Law's side. So Law had 1 second worth of penalties, and it looks like Valve actually might have gotten that podium. It would have to be within 2.5 tenths, so I think he might have actually gotten a podium there. Penalties, which is still alright, so you know what? That should be a penalty. Penalty up, penalty advantage. Yeah, whatever. So that is actually it for the race, and some drivers still have to cross the line to really finish their races. Let's go hop on with our race winner and overall winner of Blancpain GT3. So about 6-7 rounds, and he's won it like an absolute king. Ruval is speedy. Alright, so that is confirmation. Valve did in fact get third, and that may or may not be his first podium in Blancpain GT3. I still really don't know, I'm just gonna assume. And yeah, that is pretty much it for Blancpain GT3. The series is over. Purpose Racing has done a good job with it. I think Valve went for the realistic feel. He tried to make it as realistic as possible. He did a very good job of that. There is big plans coming for Purpose Racing next. So hope to see you on stream then.